Welcome back to News Tonight. The indefinite strike of about 13,000 contract workers of the Neyveli Lignite Corporation entered its third day on Saturday, posing threats of stalling power generation in the plant. Their charter of demands include equal pay for equal work, regularization of contract workers in a phased manner, increase in the retirement age, allocation of the entire power generated in the Neyveli Lignite Corporation to Tamil Nadu owing to the current power crisis. With Tamil Nadu already reeling under power supply shortage, the southern regions will be severely affected if the strike continues even for a few more days.
இந்த கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஒப்பந்த தொழிலாளர்களுடைய பிரச்சனை நியாயம் இருக்கிறது என்பதனால் எங்களுடைய ஆதரவை மனதார அவர்களுக்கு தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். கூடிய விரைவில் இப்பிரச்சனையை ஒரு சுமூக தீர்வு காணுவதற்கு NLC நிர்வாகம் முன்வர வேண்டும், மைய அரசும் அதற்கு நடவடிக்கை மேற்கொள்ள வேண்டும். அது அம்மா அவர்களால் கண்டிப்பாக முடியும்.
Caste census in Tamil Nadu is scheduled to begin today. Many cities in the state have already begun the census. There would be centers to monitor the enumeration. Collector V. Rajaraman said that 1,500 personnel would be involved in visiting each and every house in their respective blocks. Besides religion and caste, the appointed officers would collect various socio-economic information such as the members of the family, vehicles, as well as possession of other household items as required by the government. The census would also give the full report relating to the income of the family. Rajaraman added that it would be completed within 40 days from the date of commencement. The public have been asked to extend their cooperation with the enumerators. In Chennai, the census is scheduled to start on May 1st. Moving on, ISRO is gearing up for the launch of India's first radar imaging satellite from the spaceport in Sriharikota at 5:45 a.m. on Thursday. The 71-hour countdown for the liftoff will begin at 6:45 a.m. on Monday. RISAT-1 is essentially a remote sensing satellite which has been in the making for 10 years and will be Indian Space Research Organization's first radar imaging satellite. Moving on, the budget session of Parliament is all set to resume tomorrow, with the government hoping to pass some key pending bills. This time over, the government is also faced with issues like uncontrolled inflation, corruption and setting up of NCTCs. The government's main task in the second half would be to get the budget for fiscal 2012-13 passed. But the going seems tough, with opposition joining hands to corner the government. Opposition leaders are likely to raise key issues as well as other matters, including the pending Lokpal bill during the month-long sitting, the Sukma collectors kidnap issue and a debate over the economic advisor's remark is expected. A day before Parliament begins, the Congress's Abhishek Singhvi has quit his party posts, caught in an ugly seedy controversy which refused to die down. Mr. Singhvi quit from his party post in the Congress. He has also stepped down from his post as Congress spokesperson and the chief of the Standing Committee on Law and Justice. Singhvi claims the CD is doctored and even got a stay on it from the High Court, but there was no containing the political embarrassment over it. In a major development, Supreme Court today dismissed a petition against next Army Chief Lieutenant General Bikram Singh. The Supreme Court said it has gone through the files and it does not find any justifiable ground to interfere in the decision of the government to make Lieutenant General Bikram Singh as the next Army Chief. Petitioners had moved against the government decision, saying there are serious allegations pending against the top Army officer in Jammu and Kashmir High Court and that the government had overlooked other contenders. But that argument has not been upheld by the Supreme Court. Moving on, after a Sunday of acrimony and drama with a core team member, Mufti Shamoon Kazmi, being expelled and talks of a rift over Anna Hazare's tie-up with Baba Ramdev, Anna said he will be alert now on to ensure that discussions of the core group meeting are not leaked. He said even members would be checked. On rift over Ramdev, he has clarified that he and Ramdev would not be touring the country together, but may be sharing the stage in his war against corruption. Meanwhile, Team Anna member Prashant Bhushan said there is no common platform between Team Anna and Ramdev.
एक टीम का एक मेंबर कल जो बात लीक कर रहे थे उसमें से थोड़ा सा मतभेद हो गया। उस के बाद लोगों ने हमारे टीम ने पूछा कि ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं आप लोग, मीटिंग से बात भी करना है। तो वो उठकर चले गए, मैं वो बोले कि मैं नहीं आऊँगा फिर, तो ये बात बराबर नहीं है।
Meanwhile, Baba Ramdev said that they are both fighting to root out corruption from the country.
आदरणीय अन्ना हजारे साहब से हमारी यही बात हुई है कि दोनों आंदोलन अपने अपने तरीके से पूरे देश में जागरण का काम करेंगे और आवश्यकता पड़ने पर हम मंच भी साझा करेंगे।
India's main opposition parties, BJP and Regional Nationalist Congress Party, have called for the appointment of a non-controversial person as the next president of the country. With the 5-year term of current incumbent Pratibha Patil nearing its end, the national socio-political circles are abuzz with speculations about her possible successors. Voicing his views on the issue, BJP's National Vice President Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi stressed on the need to have a person with clean image appointed to the coveted post.
मुझे लगता है ये मुद्दा कोई बहुत महत्व का मुद्दा नहीं है कि राजनीतिक व्यक्ति हो या गैर राजनीतिक। महत्व का मुद्दा ये है कि जो भी व्यक्ति इस महत्वपूर्ण पद पर बैठे वो व्यक्ति हर तरह से विवादों से दूर होना चाहिए और कहीं न कहीं इस देश में जो इस समय आज के वर्तमान हालात में संकट है, कई तरह के संकट हैं, संवैधानिक संकट हैं और अन्य तरह के, उन संकटों से निजात दिला सके देश।
We will be right back with more news and updates, but you stay tuned.